What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about Harrison Ford because he doesn't know what a Force Ghost is, and he don't care. Now, this doesn't surprise anybody that's followed Star Wars forever and a day, that Harrison Ford just doesn't like Star Wars, doesn't like Han Solo, hasn't wanted to be part of the, the franchise forever and a day, but it also represents what Disney has done to Star Wars for so many others that once loved Star Wars. I don't believe that Disney made Harrison Ford hate Star Wars because he hated it long before, but they have made so many of us hate the current iteration of Star Wars. But let's talk about it. So right here, Harrison Ford, I don't know what a Force Ghost is, and I don't care. Hollywood icon Harrison Ford is close to becoming as famous for his comically flippant responses to questions about his famous movie roles as he is for the roles themselves. Though, to be fair, the Star Wars star has been answering the same or similar questions for 40 years. While talking to USA Today for his new film Call of the Wild, which looks terrible, by the way. Like, how the hell can Harrison Ford not want to be involved in Star Wars, yet he's going to do this terrible movie with a CGI dog? Oh, my goodness. Ugh. Anyway, Ford was asked about his pivotal cameo in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, answering that it was a useful addition to the story and the continuing development of Adam Driver's character. He also added that, and a chance to do another scene with Adam was great. Then, when he was asked if the vision Kylo saw of Han was a Force Ghost, Ford came back with, "A Force Ghost? ? I don't know what a Force Ghost is." Then, in a quieter voice, Ford said, "Don't tell anyone. I'm not talking loud enough for your recorder. I have no effing idea what a Force Ghost is, and I don't care." So there you have it. Never ask Harrison Ford to weigh in on Star Wars fan debates. On second thought, scratch that. Always ask Harrison Ford to weigh in on Star Wars fan debates. Ford recently spoke to IGN about the upcoming Indiana Jones 5, which starts production in April, stating that the fans will see part of Indy's history resolved along with some new developments in his life. So that's kind of it. Not a huge story, but I wanted to talk about it because a lot of people kept tweeting me going, "Jeremy, did you hear about this? Did you hear what Harrison Ford said? Did you hear it?" I'm like, yes, and it's not surprising. It doesn't surprise me at all that Harrison Ford had something really sarcastic to say about Star Wars. He doesn't care about Star Wars. He hasn't cared about Star Wars for as long as I can remember. And it's weird, but that's just him. That's just who Harrison Ford is. And we just have to accept that. On the bigger, in a bigger spectrum, we have to look at, Disney Star Wars as a whole and how it's just absolutely irrelevant. It's just absolutely irrelevant. Nobody is talking about The Rise of Skywalker. Nobody cares about this movie. I mean, at least The Last Jedi created debate and division. I'll give it that much. At least it created that. The Rise of Skywalker was nothing. It was irrelevant. It's almost as irrelevant as Solo, a Star Wars story. That's bad. That's really bad. Nobody's talking about it. I mean, yeah, there's a few weird Reylos out there, and we all know those people are really weird. But generally speaking, when you look at the discussions that followed The Force Awakens, when you look at the debates and everything that followed The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, nobody's talking about it. Nobody cares about it. It's just, it came and it went. And that represents what has happened to Disney's Star Wars. They have completely ruined this to the point where not only did you ruin it for the people that kept it alive for 40 years, you also pissed off the people that you tried to pander to in The Last Jedi. Now you've made them mad. Like, literally nobody walked away from the Rise of Skywalker satisfied. You just left more division. You just created more division because you had no vision for this franchise. It is an absolute disaster. And nobody's talking about it anymore. It's unbelievable. I'm absolutely blown away. I figured that we would be debating on The Rise of Skywalker. We'd be arguing over it. It would be a heated discussion. No. Just kind of came and went. And now it's irrelevant. Sonic is more relevant than The Rise of Skywalker. Sonic the Hedgehog Sonic the Hedgehog is more relevant, more discussed. There's more passion for Sonic the Hedgehog than a Star Wars movie. Great job, Kathleen Kennedy. You've done a wonderful job at ruining this for not only the people that you promised you wouldn't ruin it to, not only did you ruin it for them, but you also ruined it for the people that you tried to pander to, the people that were never going to be satisfied with anything, the people that are always going to move the goalpost, the social justice identity politics goalpost. Every time they're going to move it, they're going to change it, they're going to argue it, they're going to act like you've done something wrong, they're going to act like you've offended them. You even pandered to these weirdo Raylo people in the movie, and they still weren't satisfied because those weird people are never going to be satisfied. They're Twilight weirdos. They're 50 Shades of Grey weirdos. And that's who you pandered to, and you tried to please them, and you ended up backfiring on you, deservedly so. This sequel trilogy, this Disney trilogy, is truly the worst, most mismanaged trilogy of all time. So now with Kathleen Kennedy, we have a completely mismanaged trilogy, which was the most anticipated trilogy of all time, by the way. We've lost 2 other trilogies, with Benioff and Weiss walking away. Not a movie, not a movie. We're talking about a trilogy. They quit a trilogy, not a movie. Talking about a trilogy. And Rian Johnson's trilogy, which will never see the light of day because he's working on Knives Out sequel. So where is it? Where's the trilogy at, Ryan? This woman is a disaster. There's nothing left to defend. She's terrible. It's over. So, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money. Raylos are weird. Sonic made money. The rise of Skywalker is irrelevant. And we will talk to you later.